What's up? What's up? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? When you get in the chat, you know what to do. Thumbs it up, thumbs it up, thumbs it up. Give me my little hearts. You can hear me. Put a heart in the chat. Thumbs it up. Wait and see who's coming in. Hey Trinity, what's up? Oh, what's up? Hey DJ Moss. It is Soncerae here. When you come in the chat, thumbs it up. If you're a supporter, blue heart me. You there, blue heart me. Some people have been my supporters for a long time, so they know I throw up my blue hearts everywhere. It's about love here. I hope you guys don't start like excessively trolling. I know the freaks come out at night. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be out at night trolling. Stay trolling. Hey Mark, what's up? Only my supporters throw up the blue hearts. Everybody else kind of new. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I appreciate you thumbsing up the live stream. I appreciate you being here. I am Soncerae. I've decided to, is this cornball? Lord have mercy on my soul. MJ23. This Negro is so behind. You so far behind. We've already established that. I've been alive since about 4 weeks ago. You late, boo. You hella late. You need to catch up with the rest of everybody that know I'm alive. Like, come on, man. Catch up. I'm about sick of seeing that in my live chat. Mark's sick of seeing that too, because he having to like block people out. Come on, y'all. Like, catch up. I am here. I am happy. I am here. I am alive. I am still with you. I am still with you. I appreciate y'all being in the chat. I was going to name this live stream, Don't Trust a Man That Go Through Your Purse. Because I was thinking about why my mother didn't like one of my exes. My mother used to hate one of my exes because from the second she seen him go through my purse, like one time we went to Thanksgiving dinner and like he saw my purse like sitting on the counter and I was like looking for something. I think I was like looking for my phone or something. And instead of him handing me my purse, he went in my purse and got my phone and gave it to me. And my mother was like, when he left, my mother was like, don't you ever bring him back. Like, we don't trust no dude that go through no girl purse. Like, what? Like, are you crazy? I was going to name the live stream that because that's one of the signs that that's not a good dude for you to be kicking it with, right? At least according to my mama, you know what I mean? But I decided to talk about something else, something really interesting that I keep seeing. And one of the things as women, if you a fella and you in here, you need to go sign up for my OnlyFans because the content for my fellas is over there. Like my relationship advice, my sexy photos, my selfies, my live stream videos that I'm going to start doing soon for y'all over there. All that is over there. And people wonder what I look like right now because ain't nobody seen me. And like, I don't know, I'm going on 6 months, so nobody see me. So people out here assuming, you know, that I'm like fat or I'm ugly or I'm bald head or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. But I really, I'm going to show y'all what I look like. If you go to my OnlyFans, you can check out what I look like. Anyway, so this is for the ladies. Fellas, you could be in here or whatever, but you know, Mark, what did MJ23 say that made you block him? What he say? Y'all be careful, cause Mark got a trigger finger. You understand? Like that trigger finger is something slick. Him and my other moderator, so be careful. Mark be the one to get you first. My other moderators only get you if Mark don't see you. You know what I'm saying? So be careful what you posted in my chat. So anyway, the reason why I named the live stream, Every Man Is Gonna Hurt You, Just Find the One Who's Worth Hurting For, is because for some reason, I keep seeing like a lot of these men who are giving ladies relationship advice out here encouraging women to put up with cheating. Now, we done seen women all the time take back men who cheat on them consistently over and over again. We just seen Cardi B do it again. Like, how many times does Offset have to cheat on Cardi B for her to, like, fully leave this dude? I thought they had filed for divorce, but apparently now they're back together. And, you know, if you want to take back your husband or somebody that you got kids with because y'all started building something together, that's what's up. I mean, you could do that. It's not a, you know, okay. You know, no one's going to keep faulting you. But don't complain when you get cheated on again. People, I also see these memes where they are trying to compare Cardi B leaving Offset to Jay-Z not leaving Beyonce. So they're like, how come everybody's so upset that Cardi B is sticking to Offset even though he's cheated on her so many times, when Jay-Z has cheated on Beyonce so many times and Beyonce has never left? And for some reason, it's a lot of relationship gurus out there who keep teaching women to stick with dudes if they cheat, because cheating is supposedly part of the ups and downs of relationships. I don't know how true that is, because I have talked about cheating before on this channel. Of course, I've been cheated on, but I've never been the type of person that stick with somebody who cheated on me, because to me cheating is an indication that something else is deeply wrong inside of a relationship. Because as much as women, right, we know that men like sex, right? You guys love sexy women. Y'all like thoughts. Y'all talk about hoes and sluts and tricks. Y'all talk about these women negatively, but y'all be the first ones to fuck these women. You know what I'm saying? So we know that men like sex, but one of the things that women really don't understand is that a lot of times when men sleeping around with other women, it usually has something to do with not just the fact that this woman turns them on sexually. Men use sex to get over some types of fears, anxieties, you know, all types of things that they don't know how to express just naturally, you know, because women, we're taught to deal with our emotions very differently than men are. Men are taught. So no one really teaches men how to deal with their emotions. So a lot of the times men deal with their emotions with their penis. And so they're out here feeling some type of way. Maybe they feel inadequate or feel pressure at work or stress or some type of something, and they use sex to relieve themselves. And so when women get cheated on, a lot of the times, most of the time, cheating don't have nothing to do with the women that they with. I don't know if men agree with that, but from what I'm understanding from all the guys that I've talked to and I've given relationship advice to and done some type of counseling, usually when they're cheating on their girlfriends or wives, it usually doesn't have anything to do with their girlfriend or their wife. It's usually because they're dealing with something, and it really doesn't have, it's not a reflection on what type of woman she is. Now, don't get it twisted. Women ain't walking around here perfect. So it's women out here who are not giving their men sex, you know. And my thing is, ladies, if you don't have a high sex drive, don't get with a man who has a high sex drive, because when you sitting here trying to go to sleep because you got work in the morning and he trying to tear down your panties and you ain't feeling it, don't complain when he go out there and have sex with another woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, deal with somebody who matches your same sexual appetite. If you know you got a man who loves sex, please, like, understand that you either need to pump it up, like pump up your sex drive, or you need to go on and get rid of him, because he's going to fulfill that fantasy in some type of way. And not all men like to keep watching porn and like masturbating. That's just ridiculous, right? So don't nobody want to keep doing that all the time. So anyway, a lot of these gurus are going around and they're telling women, you know, deal with men even though you're getting cheated on. And I just cannot deal with cheating. Like, to me, it's not even the act of my man actually having sex with somebody else. That's why polyamory was something that I was so comfortable with. And a lot of women look at polyamory sideways. But polyamory, let me tell you something. Polyamory and promiscuity are two different things. Like, people think if you're polyamorous, it must mean that you want to have a number of sex partners. No, it's kind of just like whoever is involved with the situation, just everybody knows what the truth is. Because the hurtful part about cheating is usually the lie. And somebody sneaking behind your back is something that you don't know is happening. It's like somebody stole your choice. With polyamory is not like that. Like you can say, listen, if you want to kick it with somebody, just let me know that that's what's up, and we'll go from there. We'll talk it out. But you can't be a jealous hearted person. A lot of people are stuck on monogamy, and that's fine. But you have to choose somebody who's a monogamous person. And a lot of times these monogamous people get into these relationships with these other people who are either promiscuous or polyamorous. And then the relationship is not flowing smoothly. It's because they're two different types of people. They look at relationships two different types of ways, but yet they're sitting here trying to pressure monogamy. A lot of times men aren't even monogamous. Like, this is what women need to understand. A lot of these men that they're getting with aren't even monogamous types of men. They love variety. They love sleeping with a whole bunch of women. They love going out with a lot of women. They love just the presence of other women. And so I think a lot of women take pride in believing that if they're good enough, if they're beautiful enough, if they cook right, if they got that wet, if if they lace front glued on right, if they contour their face properly, if if they smell great all the time, if they clean up the house all the time, if they have babies with these men, it's gonna get these men to not cheat. And it doesn't matter what kind of woman you are. You can't change a man into becoming a monogamous one if he is a polyamorous one or if he is a promiscuous one. Nothing you can do can change a person into becoming, something else or what you want them to be. If a man decides to choose and he tries to tell you that you're the reason, like, baby, you changed me. You was such a good woman that you changed me. And I was going down the wrong path or whatever. And then you came into my life, girl, and you just touched my heart. That's some bullshit. And let me tell you why it's some bullshit. Men change when they're ready to change. They change when they get sick of whatever type of behavior they had before you even came along. If a man just decides to be different when you come along, it isn't because he just decided this one day. He was thinking about becoming that man before you came around. It just so happens you happen to be in close proximity when he decided to make this change for himself. You kind of got lucky. And so back to these gurus. What they're promoting to me is they're teaching women that they got to suffer first in order to be in a healthy situation with a man. To me, cheating isn't part of the ups and downs of a relationship. That I don't like. To you, what are the ups and downs of a relationship to you? Curtis, I don't know about you being broke. I'm sorry, but my bad. Christina, did I just see you say nobody wants to give head every single night? Child, I bet you want to get head every single night, Christina. That is hilarious. But anyway, a lot of these gurus make women feel like they got to just go through all of this suffering and stuff that they shouldn't have to go through in order just to be in a relationship with these men. When I know that Fabulous and Emily just had a baby. Y'all know who Emily is. Emily used to be on, was it Love and Hip Hop? New York? Anyway, and Fabulous has cheated on her and been violent towards her. We saw videos of him being violent towards her. And now people going around celebrating their love. He's never married her. They have like 4 kids together. He never married her. And they're still together, but people praise this relationship as if it hasn't been toxic, as if Emily has gotten what she needed out of this relationship. And what they're saying to women is that if you put up with all of this stuff and stick to this guy, through it all, at the end of the day, you'll get the reward that you want. And I'm just wondering, like, why is that being promoted to women? Because that shit is not being promoted to men at all. You don't see people telling men, listen, put up with the fact that she a thought, she a stripper, she go around sleeping with all your homies and stuff. Put up with the fact that she doing all that if you love her. And then after, some time when she finally decides she want to be committed to you, then, she'll accept your wedding proposal or your marriage proposal. They don't teach men that crap. Where do you see any man being taught that at? I don't see that. You know what I mean? I don't see that. So to me, I just feel like women are taught, it's I don't want to keep pushing this like double standard thing, but women are taught different. We're taught to be in a relationship very different than the way that men are taught. So I could see how all of these people can get divorced and get like broken up. People break up all the time. It's a whole bunch of single mothers out there. It's a whole bunch of just like broken families and stuff because men and women are taught two separate things as far as relationships go. And I know that people can hurt your feelings, right? Like, we all know in a relationship, you're going to get your feelings hurt one way or the other. Like, that's just how relationships are. But there is a limit to some shit. Like, everybody got their own limit. There's certain things you can do to somebody, but then everybody got that one thing. Like, if this person do this, I ain't going to be with them anymore. Like, don't you have that? Like, think about your list of stuff. If you're in a relationship, stuff you could put up with, and then if they do that one thing, this one thing that they do that you're not having, what's that one thing? Put what in the chat. I want y'all to tell me what's that one thing that somebody can do inside of a relationship to you that will make you never want to be with them ever again. Is it cheating? What is it? Cause I know for me, I don't even know if it's cheating. I think it's more of the lying part. Cause the lying part annoys me, you know? Girl, manic mode. Listen. She's talking about some men make me mad as hell. Men make me mad too. Men make me mad too because I think it's like the conversation. Like you could tell a man, listen, I don't like when you do such and such thing, right? And they'll be like, okay, I promise I'm not gonna do that, whatever that one thing is. And then they end up doing that one thing. And you looking like, I thought we had this conversation. Like, I really thought we discussed this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, shit, I really thought we cleared this up, Lakeisha, what's up with this whole foot fetish thing? Every dude wanting to suck toes or get off to my feet. That's new. I don't know. I ain't never, I mean, in a long time, ain't nobody been like, yo, let me see your feet. I've had guys love my feet, but it ain't been every guy. You know what I mean? Curtis, lying would make you think they're cheating. Right, lying does kind of make you think that they're cheating. Like, after a while, you can't believe shit that they be saying. Like, if they lie all the time, or you catch them in a lie more than once, it's just like, you know what, I can't even rock with you. Now, as I've gotten older, now when I catch a man in a lie from the beginning, I leave him alone. Because before, I used to, like, catch him in little lies. Like, I meet guys, and I catch him in a little lie, and I'll keep dating him, hoping that he's not going to tell a bigger lie. But I realized when they telling you a bigger lie from the beginning, that's just the kind of person that they're going to be. So you're going to have to deal with a liar the whole time because that's part of their character. And when you're dealing with a man who doesn't have respect for himself or he doesn't respect women in general, he's going to do disrespectful stuff like lie. So why stick with them? I just look at the red flag from the beginning, and the red flag been, MJ, you back. You back, Lakeisha. I don't think foot fetish is some new thing, some new age thing. I think people just being more honest about it. MJ, I thought damn Mark kicked you out the room. Well, how you get back? How you get back up in here? My next man is gonna be a little person. I got the control in this relationship, little guy. Nah, cause then let me tell you how that's a problem. That becomes a problem because you start having like gender role type of like power struggles, and that's just too much. I know. That becomes a whole nother thing. What do you think about this high value men thing? Snow Dog, honey, you got to elaborate. You got to elaborate on that. What do you think about this high value men thing? I mean, there are high value men, but I want you to elaborate on what you're really trying to ask me. Eugene, what's up? How you doing? I mean, because MJ 23, you ain't never really done nothing negative in the past, It could have been that because you was asking about, the rumor and shit. Mark don't play that. He about sick of seeing that. Thumbs up if you in the chat. It's 40 people in here. Why is it 16 likes? And that's it. I'm gonna need some more likes than that. I'm gonna need for y'all to show a little bit more love. Can you do that? Cause I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all. Hey, real entertainment news. I assume he knows I am the power man. He a damn midget. I Listen, if you got a thing for midgets, okay. You think you control? Never mind. I'm not even about to entertain that. That sound like a whole thing I don't even need to be talking about. Like, never mind. So anyway, do you think it's bull crap? That men are high valued? No, I don't think. No, I think there's some high valued men out there. I really do. God-fearing king, if you want to be the leader in the relationship, don't think you can get out of the responsibilities of that role just because you're a woman. Play your position. Okay, so what are the roles of the person who's the leader in the relationship? And why can't a relationship be 50-50? That's what I want to know. Why can't a relationship be 50-50? I don't believe a relationship can be 50-50. I just want y'all to tell me why y'all think a relationship can't be 50-50 and somebody has to be the leader. To me, I think there's nothing wrong with submitting to a man. I think men and women are built different on purpose, and there's certain things that women can do and there's certain things that men can do. And it doesn't mean that the gender roles are specific to each couple. Like, each couple has a different thing. Like, there's times where I've seen married people, like my aunt and uncle, they've been married, I think, 32 years. He the one that cook. He loves cooking. He's a chef. He cooks all the time. He cooks dinner, breakfast, everything. But in the minds of some men, cooking is a female gender role. So, when we're talking about who's the leader, does it mean that my aunt is the leader simply because my uncle is the one that cooks? These are things that confuse the power struggle thing. So I think that each couple gets to define what their roles are in that relationship. How are you doing? I think women cheat just as much as dudes do. Yeah, women. First of all, this is what I want people to stop thinking. I want people to stop thinking that women can't do what men do as far as sexuality go. There are women out there who cheat. There are women out there who lie. There are women out there who are promiscuous. Think about it. It's the year 2020. Maybe 10 years ago, or maybe even 5 years ago, it was more women that were less likely to cheat. But as time goes on, women starting to get tired of that. We starting to do the same things y'all would do. Relationships should be 50-50, but it's never that way. Yeah, it's never that way. It's never going to be a time and place where relationships are actually 50-50. Relationships should be 100. I agree, MJ. The men should lead for the most part. I think this is what I think about relationships as far as what people bring to the table. I think when two people are both actively doing something to bring in good finances, if people bring in respect to the table from both parties, bring in, just whatever you feel specifically is the recipe for a healthy relationship, whatever those elements are, if everybody is bringing that from both sides, you're dealing with a power couple that's going to be extremely successful with time. Women do cheat, definitely. Manic mode. I don't know why men, I don't want men to start thinking that women aren't trustworthy. It's women out there that's not going to cheat on you. Like, I don't cheat. And the reason why I don't cheat has nothing to do with whether I can't or something like that. It's just not beneficial to me. It's some women out there that like it. But for me, it's like, I'll flat out tell you. Like, if I don't want to be in a relationship, I will flat out say to you, I don't want to be in a relationship. If I'm with you and I feel myself falling for somebody else, I'm going to say that. Like, my vagina usually follow where my mind goes. So once you lose control of my mind and my heart, I'm going to flat out tell you and then end up fucking with somebody else. But I'm going to say that. That's the difference. That's what cheating to me is, when you lie about it. And I'm not gonna do that. I'm a grown woman. I'm gonna stand 10 toes in my shit. You heard what I'm talking about? God-fearing king, I only say that because you have a member who feels they want to be the dictator in their next relationship. 50-50 is okay as long as it's communicated and understood mutually. But even if you sit down and communicate something mutually, there's still a possibility that you two are not going to be on the same page for good. Make sure you guys sign up for membership. My members, when they do come into this chat, they got the blue hearts next to their names. Listen, J Fitness come up in here. When I see that blue heart, I'll be like, I love you, J Fitness. You my member. Eventually, I'm not going to do any like regular live streams. I'm going to do it for members only. So make sure you join the fam. Let's see. Yeah, Soncerae. Soncerae lives. Hashtag Soncerae lives. Hashtag Soncerae lives. Okay, what I'm doing out here in Cali, minding my business, Blue. Just out here minding my business. Mayberry. Yes, women, we ain't sloppy. That's right. We not sloppy. Like, a woman could cheat on you with more than one guy. You will never find out. Because we are a little bit more organized with our shit. Like, men start to get careless and start pretending like they don't care. Like, they started getting real arrogant and shit. And that right there is how men be getting caught. Just being, careless. What do you consider a high value man to be? A man rich with money? Oh, a man rich with money or a man rich with morality? A high valued man to me is a man who's rich with morality. Because it's plenty of men out here who are financially stable, but they dicks, like they're assholes. And I'm sorry, but having all the money in the world is never going to make me happy in my relationship if the man that I'm with not treat me the way that I want to be treated. It's never going to work. Him financially being stable is a good thing, but he got to be good to me. Among anything, that got to be the first thing. He got to be good to me. And then he got to be definitely financially invested in our situation. I tell men all the time, if you're not, like, men who want to date me and shit, I be like, listen, you want to be invested, you want to date me, but you're going to have to invest in me financially. Like, show me support. Like, I'm a business owner. I got a whole bunch of businesses. If you don't have the time and energy to, nurture me and my business, then I don't want to deal with you. I need a man that's going to be extremely supportive. And in the past, I've dealt with men who haven't been supportive, and that shit is a turnoff. The best relationships are the ones that help you and you help them. You bring something powerful to the other person's life and they do the same for you. That's right. Real News Entertainment. High five, bitch. High five. And I be word. Let me stop calling people. You know what? I gotta stop calling women to be word. You know why? Because I don't know. I feel like it's starting to get inappropriate because I be using it too much. Women will not get 50-50 when it comes to finances. Fellas, don't fool yourselves. Well, when it comes to finances, there's a lot of women nowadays that we got our own bread. And before, there was a time where we couldn't even vote. We couldn't be doctors. We couldn't be lawyers. We couldn't be business owners. But now we're starting to take over a lot of these industries as executives and VPs. And, we really doing it. We really doing it. So now when we're looking for men to be involved with, we're not just looking for them to match us financially, but we're also looking for them to have a alpha male type of mindset to where when we do get into the household and we start dealing with a relationship or the marriage or something, he has to understand there are certain things inside of that relationship that have nothing to do with money that requires him to still have to take lead of the situation. Because people let their jobs and how much money they make have something to do with the relationship that they have. The relationship is separate. It's a part of like this one big network of things that make a successful relationship, but it's like separate. Like, you can't put it like this. Two people can be in love, but they can't be in love and broke. Being broke is going to make that relationship bad. If they love each other a lot, but they don't have any money, a lot of times the stress of not having any money is what ends up breaking up that relationship. Yeah, they may still love each other. People get divorced and still love each other all of the time. Because of their finances, they're getting a divorce. They love each other, but the financial strain has them stressed and arguing about other stuff. So that's causing a problem inside of the relationship. So when we're talking about what people bring it to the table financially, men and women both need to understand that the money has nothing to do with really how y'all dealing with each other, because first is how y'all dealing with each other, and then the other things around you. It's not, a lot of people get into a relationship and it's like me versus you, or it's me versus you, like man versus woman, or husband versus wife. When no, it's you and me versus the problems. You and me supposed to be working together to try to find a solution. So whatever it is that we need to do to make sure our relationship is whole and complete, let's do that. If we need to pray together, if we need to take some vacations together, if we need to work out together, if we need to eat, right? Whatever it is that we need to do to keep some peace in this situation, let's work on that first. You know? I never have a problem with my women submitting. Yeah, submission, a lot of women don't like submission because of the definition of what submission is to a lot of men. A lot of men believe that the term submission gives them the control, or it gives them the go to be rude and cruel and abusive and shit. And that's not what being submissive or having someone be submissive to you means. It doesn't mean you can abuse me or slap me around, or what I think and feel doesn't matter. But a lot of men believe that for some reason. Kevin Samuel. I heard about Kevin Samuel. I haven't watched his content, but I've watched this guy named LA Movement. I think his name is LA Movement. I've watched Alpha Male Strategies. A lot of the times, a lot of the male content creators on YouTube who are giving relationship advice, a lot of the times I feel like they're giving these men relationship advice on how to be players instead of encouraging these men how to be good husbands and fathers. And it's unfortunate, but I realized after I did like this poll on OnlyFans. I did this poll on OnlyFans and I asked the fellas, would you be a simp for one good woman, or would you prefer to be a player with a shitload of unruly hoes? And more men selected that they wanted to be a pimp with unruly hoes than they wanted to be a simp for a good woman. And I was like, oh my God. So it made me realize, a lot of men just want to be, pimps. They want a lot of women. A lot of men tend to think that variety is better than, like quality, like quantity is better than quality. And that's strange to me, but that's what a lot of men think. I stream in the dark because I don't want anybody to see where I am. Like, that's a privacy thing. When I do live stream again, it'll probably be on OnlyFans. That's the only time you'll get visuals. Like, a lot of people want to see me, but you got to understand, in order to see me, you got to be on OnlyFans. And if you sign up for membership, if I get enough members signing up for membership, it has to be a lot of y'all though. Like, y'all really got to start supporting me as far as the membership goes on YouTube. If you start signing up for membership on YouTube, I will be happy to start doing visuals for my members though. I just can't, in order to keep my privacy, I can't be out in the open like I was before. So I'm not in the dark. It's just you can't see you can't see me, Remember me, you, and Janice? Yeah, me, you, and Janice did a round table about this. We were talking about, we did a lot of different ones. We did a whole bunch of different topics. I liked y'all. My collaboration with you and Janice was one of my favorite ones, because me, you, and Janice sat down and just talked about so many different topics. We were talking about light skin versus dark skin. It was a really good, I wish we could do that again one day, But I think Janice stopped doing videos for a long time. I don't know if she does them now. I seen her, like, before I took my break on YouTube, because I took a 5-month hiatus on YouTube. Before I took my hiatus, I saw Janice, but I haven't seen Janice since, though. Nobody wants to live poor, and a lot of women are looking to be taken care of, but not looking to take care of someone, if that makes any sense. Well, it does make sense. It definitely makes sense, because one thing about, I don't know if y'all know, She Raven, I think it's She Raven 7. when I started watching She Raven 7, and she's very popular, like, she's a very popular YouTuber, and she gives women relationship advice. And so it was all about leveling up for her the last time I was checking her out. And it always seemed like she was teaching women to be like kept women, like women who were inside of these marriages and these relationships with men and were using these men for money, or was, just putting all of the pressure on these men to be the providers and not really going out there getting what they need to for themselves. I would prefer women who give relationship advice to other women. And I can't tell other women to do this. I could just do this myself. I encourage women to still be 100% and to still run their own businesses and go out there and get their own money and do the things that they need to do to, improve themselves as an individual inside of their relationship. Because, something might happen. Y'all might break up. Y'all might get divorced. Anything could happen. If you are going to be a kept woman inside of a situation where you're with a man who is financially stable, you want to be a wealthy man, you want to spend his money, you don't want to, work or anything, at least take some financial classes, some type of accounting classes or something like that. Learn about stocks and investments, so when you do get your hands on this man's money, you'll know what to do with it instead of just spending it on Gucci, makeup, lace fronts, motherfucking all types of bullshit. Because if something ends up happening where you and this man aren't together anymore, then you walk away with nothing, or you try to walk away with half. And nowadays, shit different. Before, when people used to get divorced, these women could say, hey, I want alimony. Hey, I want such and such. And they get like this ridiculous amount of money. But nowadays, these men are starting to have these powerful attorneys that's making you leave a marriage with what you came with. So if you came in that marriage with zero, you might leave with zero if you're not careful, because these men are starting to fight back with that. So as a woman, you got to come into these situations, ready to do something, help that money that you're getting from these men multiply. Women will submit naturally if she's treated right. That's very true. Women, I always tell men that there are women out there that have a problem with the term submission because they don't like the way that some men define the term submission. But I'm telling you, a woman will submit so easy to a man who's worth submitting to. You have to be the type of man that treats a woman well. You cannot be an asshole and expect a woman to want to submit to you. Like, come on. That's some bullshit. That's why we are here today. Should have changed simp for good woman to high value man. Okay. Let me ask you a question. What's the difference between a simp and a high valued man? What's the difference? Because every time I see like Dusties talking about this person is simping, that person is simping, it's always a man who feels comfortable with doing something positive for a woman that they calling a simp. Like when you look at men, like let me give you an example. And the only reason why I'm giving you examples is because these are people that you know. I can't talk to you about people that's in my real life because you don't know these people. So I can't really give you an example of like some people. I could be like, yo, my friend Tony and his wife Tiffany. I can't do that because y'all don't know who I'm talking about. So I use celebrities. I use people on the television. I use people that you know as an example so you can understand where I'm coming from. So when we talk about Sierra, Russell Wilson, and Future, a lot of men think that Russell Wilson is a simp. But why do they classify Future as the high value man? Are they saying that Future is the high value man because Future has the quantity of women? Because Russell Wilson has more money than Future. He treats Sierra much better. He's a better father. He's a better person. But they classify him as the simp. That's what I don't understand. And I think it's like the Dusties have it confused about what a high-valued man is. Jeannie Mai got dragged for being submissive. Let me tell you something about MJ while you're talking about Jeannie Mai. It's already bad enough. Let me tell you why she's getting dragged. It's deeper than that. It's not just that she's talking about getting submissive. It's the fact that when a woman like Fantasia, y'all know Fantasia, the singer Fantasia. The singer Fantasia was doing an interview and was talking about submitting to your husband, right? And none of these men said anything. None of these black men was like, go Fantasia. Fantasia didn't suddenly become a hashtag. All right. But the second a non-black woman starts talking about submitting to her man, now suddenly black men want to use that opportunity to drag black women and say, y'all dragging Jeannie Mai for talking about submission is why black men don't want to date black women. We want to date, as black men, we want to date Asian women and non-black women because they feel more comfortable with submitting. I think that's bullshit. Jeannie Mai wants to submit to Jeezy because Jeezy's a guy worth submitting to. It isn't about her being Asian. Because just when you look at the context of Jeannie talking about submission, she's talking about how dominant she is as a woman. And I said I could relate to this. I was talking about this in the video that I did the other day. I can relate to this. I'm a dominant woman. I dominate everything. I'm a businesswoman. So when I'm handling business and shit around me, when I get home and I get with my man, I want to be fragile. I want to be chilling. I want him to take lead. I don't want to have that in all aspects of my life. I don't want him to lead everything. I just want him to lead the relationship that we're in. And then the rest of my life, the projects that I'm dealing with that is helping me improve as an individual, these are things that I dominate. These are the things that, I'm a powerful woman with. No man is going to have a power struggle with me inside of a relationship. And I think a lot of black men are afraid that if they get with these independent women who are dominant and they're like have their own boutique, they're going around here selling their makeup or their hair units or whatever it is that they're doing, selling real estate, doing taxes or credit or whatever is, women are out here doing as making us being able to generate income. I think men feel like they're no longer needed. And so when they meet these independent women, they already have this definition of submission in their mind, and they're already having this preconceived notion that this woman is not going to submit. And women who are strong and independent, they're coming into the situation and their definition of submission is, I want to submit to my man. I want him to take lead, but I'm scared that if I do submit, I'm too fragile. He's going to take advantage of that and it's going to hurt me. That's how I be thinking. That's how I be thinking, man. Because I'm scared. I'm scared because in the past, it's like men have seen me as so dominant and so strong that they don't even give me an opportunity to be fragile. It's almost like they dehumanize me. And if I allow them to take lead in certain things, or if I'm submissive, or if I'm a little bit of docile or something like that, I get walked over. I know y'all heard me talk about before how in my early 20s, I used to be so fucking docile. I used to get beat. That's how docile I was. I used to get beat because I was so nice. And they just took advantage of it. So as a woman, we be afraid to be nice to men, man. Where's the Cali woman that's money hungry? All women to some degree want money. Personally, for me dealing with my son's father and his broke ass and how he handled me when I couldn't work, like I was pregnant, I got sick, I couldn't work. And I thought he was going to kick into gear and maybe get another job and try to help us stay stable. But instead, he was complaining about me not holding up my end. And I'm thinking to myself, you a man. You're supposed to take lead of this situation. You should be happy I'm coming into the situation, not expecting you to take care of this shit 100%. If I was a gold digger and I was expecting you to pay for everything, me and you wouldn't be rocking with each other because you was a broke blue-collar nigga with no GED. So when I got sick and I couldn't work and I couldn't generate the same amount of money that I was generating before, this is when things got real tough. So as women, I'm just trying to encourage women, pick right guys, man. Pick guys that got some finances. Pick guys that got decent jobs. Don't deal with guys that are over 30 that are quote unquote potentials. Or they got these dreams that they want to be. Like I had this guy who kept calling himself a DJ. He kept saying his name was DJ X, Y, and Z. He was like, my name is DJ blah, blah, blah. And I kept saying, where your DJ equipment at? He been saying he a DJ for 10 years. Ain't DJ'd one goddamn party, but going around calling himself a DJ. And I kept saying, when are you gonna really go do this DJ shit so you can make some bread, my dude? And he never achieved his goal. It's guys out here that you look at, you be like, all right, I'm gonna kick it with him because he want to be a business owner, he want to be rich, he want to be wealthy, he want to do this, he want to invest his money in this and this and this and this. But there's no guarantee that he's gonna execute those goals. I'm going to be honest with you. When you listen to the conversation of women, it seems as if it's all about getting what you can get out of a dude, and that only makes dudes not want to hold you down. Okay, so I just gave you real entertainment news. So I was just talking about my son's father, right? And I'm talking about my son's father simply because he's the last relationship I had, and I was like almost 4 years ago, right? So I never came to him on some, what could you give me? And that's the biggest problem right there for everybody. You have to be selfish enough when you come in a situation to be like, what are you going to bring to the table? What are you going to bring to this situation? Because if I'm bringing something to the table and I'm carrying this situation all by myself, it's going to drain me and we're going to end up broken up anyway. I'm not saying come into the situation and only expect for somebody to be giving you something. I'm saying be selfish enough to also cover your own ass. Don't come in the situation like I did with my son's father and not really require much from him other than going on dates, buying me stuff, being honest, being cool, chilling, being there when I need him, basic stuff. I should have used all of the other standards and requirements I used with other guys before he came. Because I was big on, listen, if you don't have a college degree, I don't want to fuck with you. Because I got a college degree. Okay? If you're not making a certain amount of money, I don't want to deal with you because I'm making a certain amount of money. All right? If you don't do such and such and such better than what I do, I don't want to deal with you. That used to be my standards. So I was always meeting men who had their own homes, their own cars. These were things I required. He always paid for the dates. I never really, like, I always felt comfortable with going with 50-50 if I had to, but it was never a requirement. With my son's father, I always paid 50-50. When I would go on dates with other guys, even though I had bread to pay for the date, these dudes would never let me do that because they took pride in providing for women. And that's the type of men I want to be with. I don't want to be with a man who requires me to have to pay 50-50 because he need me like a crutch. That's bullshit. So I see what you're saying. Real entertainment news, but it's important that when we talk about holding each other down and finances are thrown into the picture, I still think that women should date men who have more money than them. Because I don't know, I think a man's masculinity is tested naturally if he's dealing with a woman who has more money than him. You know, I think for some men, sometimes men can't handle that. That's what I think. I wish I could send this to my ex, but she didn't get it. What is treating a woman well in your eyes? Because that looks different. Okay, so for a man to treat me good, it's different from how other women may look at this. Like you're saying real entertainment news. You're saying what is treating a woman well in your eyes? Because that looks different for every woman. Yes, that's very true. How I want a man to treat me is so... because it's not just something as simple as I want him to open the door for me and I want him to give me flowers. Those are basic things. That's basic stuff. I want him to open the door for me, bring me flowers, call me in the morning time, say good morning, make my bed, wash my car sometimes, stuff like that. That's basic stuff. But when we start talking about what I need for my soul and my spirit and my mind, that's a whole nother level of me requiring something for a man, because I always want to be in a relationship with somebody who can teach me something. someone who can help me improve. If he can't help me improve in some type of way, I don't want to rock with him. And I do mean mentally, spiritually. If we can't pray together, if we can't have an intellectual conversation where he teach me something I don't even know, I can't be with him. I can't be with him at all. Mark told me not to date a man that don't know what 7 times 8 is. What's 7 times 8? Who in here know what 7 times 8 is? And don't go Googling it. You got to know what 7 times 8 is off the top of your brain. If you don't know what 7 times 8 is, then I can't fuck with you. You know? So, the kids have destroyed the original definition of simp. What do you mean the kids have destroyed the original definition? You mean the millennials? I wouldn't consider Future high value either. Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't know who would consider Future a high valued man. I don't know why. Real men don't walk over real women. I know that's right. I know that is so right. Have you discussed hypergamy? Yes, I have discussed hypergamy, but I haven't discussed hypergamy recently. I haven't talked about hypergamy in 4 years. I made a whole entire video about it. To me, dating dating up for women is better for us. I want y'all to think about this. There are a lot of women who are inside of, I have this group for Black single mothers on Facebook. And it's a lot of married women on there. And it's a lot of divorced women on there. It's a lot of married women inside of my single moms group who feel like they're a single mother because they take care of their kids alone. When women get married, we put on so many different hats and take on so many different jobs. If we gonna sit here and bear children and take care of children and cook and clean and all of these responsibilities, right? We need to make sure that the man that we're dealing with can handle that one thing, which is provide me with a place that I can do all of these things at. You need to be able to create a home, purchase a home, always keep enough money for me to maintain this home and put me in a position to where I can take care of these children. And in order for me to take care of children as a wife, and for me to be able to be a good mother, I have to have the resources and the tools to do so. Children are extremely expensive. When niggas is out here complaining about paying $60 a week or $86 a week, I be looking at these niggas like they're crazy. These men have a mental illness. Do you guys realize how expensive children are? $60 a month, which is what I get in child support right now, pales in comparison to what I need to help me take care of my son. $60 a week is damn me filling up the tank in my car for 3 days. Do you understand that? That's helping nothing as far as my son goes. So when we talk about hypergamy and we talk about women dating men who are financially in a better place, or when people look at these men as society looks at these men as better men or high value men, yeah, I mean, I see why women want to do that, because we don't benefit from marriage as much as men keep trying to make it seem like we do. There is no benefit out of marriage. You know, men, you guys cannot bear children. Y'all can't do half of the stuff, men can't do half of the stuff that women are required to do inside of a marriage. Do you guys realize how hard it is to be a wife? I don't think these dudes get it. I don't think dudes get it. I really don't. Let's see. Bob the Builder. As you build him up, he'll be back around. First of all, don't nobody got Trinity. You said let Bob the Builder hold him down. After she builds him, he'll be back around to who he really wants. Trust. Thank you, Trinity Time Travels. Let Bob the Builder hold him down. After she builds him, he'll be back around to who he really wants. Kanye said it best. Remember? He moved up to the fries. He went from mopping floors to moving up to the fries. And then he ended up leaving this chick who held him down for a white girl. Come on, man. Leave your ass for a white girl. Right? Right? Which religion are you today? I'm the same religion I was yesterday. 4 years ago. I'm Buddhist. I have a lot of metaphysical beliefs. I don't have like I'm not flippy floppy with my religion. Um who is I don't know what that is. I can't read that. Um you provide women with everything and money, she would complain that you work too much. Okay, so men, just how hard it is, IGS, you're saying that, so we can be clear. You're saying men provide for women with everything and money. If you do that as a man, your woman will complain that you work so much. Okay. Now, you see how we as women, I told you, men don't even know how hard it is to be a wife and a mother. Men want us to be a wife and a mother and still go out there and go to work too. Just being a wife and mother and that's it is very hard. But to add on your job on top is so much to juggle at one time. All right. It is so hard to be a mom and a wife and keep a full-time job. That is just, women do it, but it's harder than you think. We make it look easy, but it's not easy. So one of the hardest things that husbands have to deal with is being able to juggle work and also being present. Women want you to be present around your children as well. You can't work so hard that you forget taking care of your family altogether. You have to find a healthy balance. You have to be able to work and come to the basketball games for your children, come to birthday parties, be there when your kids need you. Because those are the memories that your children are going to hold on to as they get older. Your presence is so much more important, if not equally important, than how much money that you're bringing in. You have to do both. It's a juggling thing. It's hard for some men. Some men can't handle that. But that's the reality of the situation. You have to be able to do both. That's why it's important to be patient and see who you really want to deal with and understand what you will deal with, period. That's true. Now, here's the thing. Being patient, right? I used to have this 90-day rule, right, where I wouldn't even have sex with guys. And this just eliminated a lot of bullshit, let me tell you. It eliminated a lot of fuck boys. Just me having a 90-day rule. It just helped a lot. But what a lot of women need to understand is a man will wait 3 months. You understand? A man will wait a year. A lot of men will know you have a 90-day rule and think you put this rule on them as a form of control instead of you using it as a guideline to help yourself. And they'll sit down and wait and still play you. And then sometimes you did what you're supposed to do as a woman, and then y'all ended up breaking up, and that has nothing to do with you. It could be something that he was dealing with all along. So when we talk about having patience, right? And people say, did you speed through the relationship? Did you go slow through the relationship? To me, there's no specific time frame for you to get to get a certain amount of success. There are people that only known each other for a month, got married, and been married for 30 years. There are people who dated for however long, and then the year they got married, it went downhill from there. So each person different as far as time frame goes. I noticed that. $60 a week. I might just tell him to keep that. Take it. Listen, Christina, I keep forgetting to do this, but I keep saying I'm going to modify my child support. And my child support is $60 a week. It's a damn shame. I got some footage of him. Like, somebody sent me some footage of my son's father in Panama City Beach over the weekend. And the footage actually pissed my mother off, because my mother was like, this man hasn't paid his child support in 3 weeks. It's only $60 a week. He hasn't paid his child support in 3 weeks. It means he's unemployed because the pay comes out of his check. His pay is garnished. So it isn't that he's going to the child support office and paying it himself. It's garnished from his check. So if it hasn't come in 3 weeks, or maybe something's changed, maybe he has a new job or something, a lot of times it'll come once a month. So I'm trying to tell my mom, like, calm down. It might just come next month, one payment a month. Because it used to come $269 was the total. All right. It used to come monthly. And then it started coming weekly. And so it's just depending upon, I guess, his whatever arrangement he made. I'm not sure. So I'm trying to get my mother to be, I'm like, Ma, it's only $60 anyway. And I keep telling myself I'm going to go modify child support, but I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting to go do it. Like, I got other shit to do. I keep forgetting to do that shit. I only got $600 a month for child support after my divorce. Then he got a better job when he remarried to better support his current wife. A lot of women don't realize that once they marry these men, the court factor in how much the wives are making too. So the child support payments get bigger. The child support payment I'm getting right now is low because when I filed, he was unemployed. He's been working ever since. But I don't think he's ever made as much money as I have. I make more money than him. So the payment is so low because of that. I am required to pay for 67% of my son's finances, and that's court ordered. And that's 70% damn near. And simply because I make more money than my son's father. And I just keep forgetting. I forget that I don't get the check weekly sometimes. I forget because it's such a little bit amount of money. If I don't go look into my son's account and see if it's grown, I forget. Because I don't really use it. You gonna vote for Trump? I'm not telling you who I'm voting for. It's 61 people inside of my chat. Can you please thumbs up the chat, please? I appreciate you being in here. Thumbs up the chat. They want us to have their back, but yet they don't understand it is a healthy balance, like we have to juggle. Yeah, we wear different hats. Yeah, all of it is everybody juggling. It ain't free to go to Panama Beach. Use that footage. Okay, Lakeisha, here's what the person that sent me the footage of him in Panama City Beach told me that he was around, it looked like he was around his relatives because the people that he was with looked like him. And I was like, okay, well, maybe he went on a family trip and his family paid for it. My mother was saying the same thing you saying, Lakeisha. She was like, this nigga ain't paid child support in 3 weeks and he out here on some beach somewhere. She was just so mad about that. And she was like, he got a son he got to take care of, and he ain't send no money and all that. And I said, did it ever occur to you that maybe somebody else is paying? Maybe some chick he with, or maybe his family members are paying. I don't care what he doing on his own time. I just care that he take care of his son. And he's never met our son. Our son too. Our son will be 3 in May. And they haven't met yet. And so a lot of other mothers be like, don't feel bad. Your son will have a man in his life. A man is going to come into your son's life and love your son. It's better that your son has no father than a bad father. I was like, I believe that may be true. You got to get his stimulus check report and garnish his cash apps and super chats. What? Child, first of all, he ain't no damn YouTuber. So, you said super chat. Trinity, you said super chat like he on YouTube. Has anyone gotten check for child support from stimulus of deadbeat dad? I don't know. That's a good question. I never actually figured out, do any of the women around me did they get a piece of a stimulus check? I mean, when we call this dude a deadbeat dad, like when we call my son's father a deadbeat dad, I don't call him that. I don't call him that. And my reasoning behind it it's kind of like, it isn't, to me, a deadbeat dad is a dad who promises they gonna be around and then don't be around, right? That's a deadbeat dad to me. Um, this Negro has never been around. You know what I mean? He's never called to check on our son or anything. I'm not upset. I'm just more kind of like, like, okay. Like, I'm upset with my son's father for a whole nother reason. Like, I just feel like I worry about my son, and that's why a lot of women are like, don't worry about your son. You'll get a husband. I almost got married this year, y'all. I was almost married again. I almost got married in June. I was about to be married. Um, I couldn't marry the guy I was dating. I couldn't marry him because I found out that he was addicted to drugs. And I don't mean like weed. I mean real drugs. Like, he's doing, it broke my heart too, because I've been dating him on and off since middle school. And it broke my heart when I found out he was snorting coke and he was doing PCP, and he was doing it to like hide his PTSD, because he went to the military. He toured 2 times. And I really like, oh, I almost married this man. And when I think about how many times I've almost got married, I be like, why is it always almost? It's always almost all the time. Sorry, I'm a new sub, been watching your videos. I just came in because I seen you live. Oh, welcome, Queen and B. What's up? Welcome. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you coming in, especially with the positivity. I like how people coming in here with the positivity, because anybody got something negative going on, we don't want that energy up in here. And Mark will nicely block him. Mark will block you out. You're glad I'm alive? I'm glad I'm alive too, girl. I'm glad I'm alive. I don't know why people keep making this rumor that I done went somewhere. That I done went to be with the Lord. I'm here. I am here. I hope nobody, you know what, I think, like I said in my other live streams, part of the reason why that rumor spread so wide was all my fault. It was all my fault, because I should have just said something. But I was just so mad. Like, it was just too much going on. California fires, Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, COVID, Donald Trump. I mean, my kids, everything, work. I was like, I can't deal with this. All these rumors, people stalking and harassing my family. I was like, child, I need a break. I was like, I need a break. I was like, I can't, these people killing me. Yeah, people who are actually, right, I had family members dying of COVID. I was like, I cannot do this. My friends were dying. I was like, it was just so hard. And I do want to keep saying sorry to the people that support me. If you felt some type of way when I was gone, and you really thought I was gone, that is totally my fault. I take responsibility for not saying anything. So I don't want you to feel like I'm walking around here like careless. I really just needed my peace. I needed a moment. And when I heard somebody had spread this rumor, it just really upset me, because I had been dealing with so much drama, and it's always coming from YouTube. It's never, anywhere else. It's always because of some messiness on YouTube, because YouTube is one of the low tier websites. It's almost like the world knows what YouTube is, but a lot of a lot of crimes happen here. A lot of negativity is here on YouTube, because YouTube is not very good about deciphering who is good here. The trolling, the negative content, stuff like that. YouTube is really bad about monitoring that stuff. And so a lot of people come onto this this website, and they get away with a lot of cyberbullying, a lot of cyber crimes, and those things don't happen on a lot of other platforms, because a lot of other platforms have learned how to cut down on stuff like that. They all thought I was you. I said, let me listen in on her. Miss Chantel, what do you mean they thought? Who thought you? What? Who? You said they all thought I was you. I said, let me listen in on her. Who? What? I'm sorry, but I can't stand females that have negative anger issues for no reason. Always positive vibes this way. I know that's right. Listen, those low vibrating, low energy people, I can't do it. I cannot do it. If you not coming in here with some positivity, I don't want to hit. I'm not going to argue with nobody. I'm not doing none of that. Especially now with no females. Like, I'm putting up content, more content for females, because I see that now it's 63. It was 70, but now it's more men are starting to look at my channel again, which is kind of disappointing, because I just said that it was more women here. And so I want the fellas to be on OnlyFans, and I want the ladies to have their own space here on YouTube, on my platform, because I noticed that a lot of poison gets into a lot of the spaces on YouTube, a lot of the communities on YouTube. So that's why I want to do my videos as members only, so it'll be just only for females, and then the fellas can be on OnlyFans. But I know I got some male supporters here, so I don't want to just leave y'all hanging. That was the reason why I began the OnlyFans, so y'all can go over there and everybody showing support. It ain't like I'm just having men pay for membership. I'm having the ladies pay for membership too. The ladies just paying for membership on YouTube, and the fellas paying for membership on OnlyFans. I gotta separate the two, because there's certain things that men need to hear that women don't, and there's certain things that women need to hear that men don't. So I gotta separate it. I have to, because trying to put both men and women in one place has done nothing but cause a lot of chaos in my comment section, and I hate seeing that. That be annoying me. People being here arguing. Then it's been times where people have built friendships in my comment section and built relationships, you know. I'm sorry to hear that, Destiny, that you had somebody pass away from the pandemic. Yeah, me too. It wasn't, put it this way, the 5 months that I took off, I needed it because of so much pain and so much stuff that I was dealing with. So, Destiny, I hear you, girl. How is it being back in the game? I came back last month. You came back last month. I think it's because I only was gone for 5 months. I feel refreshed. I feel better. I was dealing with a lot when I left. And so now I feel like I shed some skin. And it's easier for me to ignore a lot of the hatred I see on here. Because a lot of the hatred I was seeing was bothering me. I kept seeing, like, it's okay for people to be out here having their opinion about other people, but these people were having opinions and then trying to ruin everybody's, like, communities. Like, I see no point. Like, if you, let's say, for instance, if you have an opinion about me, let's say Destiny, Real Entertainment News, let's say you got an opinion about me, and you decide you want to make a YouTube video about me, and everything that you're saying about me is bad, right? I'd be like, okay, there's a certain way you can express yourself. You don't have to call me out my name. You don't have to degrade me. You don't have to disrespect me. You just go up there and say your opinion about me. But what I notice is a lot of people classify themselves as journalists, but they're not that. They're just getting onto these sites to say something negative, just to be hurtful and to humiliate someone. And I seen that a lot of people were doing that, but was calling themselves journalists and was calling themselves like some type of vigilante trying to help somebody else out, but was reporting inaccurate stuff, putting out fake news, putting out harmful stuff, inciting hatred. These are things that I was dealing with before I left, and I'm not dealing with that now. Now it's easy for me to ignore the low energy because I'm higher up now. Like, it don't even bother me as much as it used to. So I'm just trying to build a more positive village around me this time, and I'm not settling for less than that. You heard me? By the voice. Oh, so Miss Chantel, me, you got the same type of voice? Okay, I might need to go to your channel and see. see. Yeah, projection. Send the projection. Yeah. And the rumors, like, a lot of times when some people, instead of them doing a research, like, if you notice, a lot of people don't research. They just go off something they heard. Like, consider the person that they listen to all the time this reliable source. And it doesn't mean, simply because you listen to this person all the time doesn't mean they're a reliable source. It still means that you need to continue to do some research about it. Like today, I just made a video. This video of all of the information that I put in here about men and what I thought, it's my opinion, it's my observation, it's my research, but it's still up to you to go outside this video and go get your own research and see if it matches. I was talking to you about Fabulous and Emily. I said they just had a baby. Now imagine if they just had a baby. Imagine me saying they just had a baby, and then you go look at other sources and you find out they didn't have a baby. Or you heard me talking about Sierra and Russell Wilson. What if I told you something about them two, and then you went somewhere else and did additional research and found out what I was saying wasn't even true? A lot of people have so much misinformation because they never went out there to look and do double research. Like you really, your favorite YouTuber, you need to make sure that what your favorite YouTuber is reporting is actually accurate, because it's a lot of content creators who are out here spreading misinformation about people. There was a content creator here on YouTube that kept saying Nicki Minaj had a daughter. I heard Nicki Minaj had a daughter. Just kept saying Nicki Minaj had a daughter. And then we found out 2 days ago, no. Nicki Minaj had a little boy. So it's just, you can't listen to something on here, something you heard, and not go fact check. And too many people don't fact check. They just want the hits. They want the views. They want the shock. They want the awe. They want the adoration. They want the likes. They want the people in their comment section. They need the attention so bad. They don't even double check and see if what they saying is even true. So a lot of rumors have spread about me because of that. And that was bothering me. So I was like, I'm going to stop sharing my life so much. Then y'all ain't going to have nothing to say. You know what I'm talking about? Queen and B. I never focus on the negative part of YouTube. It's hard not to focus on the negative part of YouTube when most of the black sector of YouTube is negative. How many positive content creators are there that aren't beauty gurus? That are just doing commentary. If you look at the black sector of YouTube, where it's people out here doing commentary and they're giving their opinion or maybe about the black community, how many of those people are positive? How many of those people motivate you and aren't about that drama? That's hard. The grown older folks is just acting out terribly on YouTube. Yeah, it's weird to me because the people that I see that act the worst are actually older. They try to bring you down to their level. Yeah, Miss Chantel, is true. Because and it's weird to me because it's just like when I look at the younger people out here, like the younger people seem to be a little bit more, I don't know, they just seem to be have a little bit better grasp on reality, I want to say. What about money paying reverse child support for paternity fraud? What about women paying? Yeah, I think that's a good idea. That is a good idea. I think that, yeah. I think women, when they try to make it seem like a man is a baby's father and a man is not, I think women should be punished for that. Seriously. Because I think it will reduce the amount of unwanted pregnancies. If people had to pay the consequences of casual interactions, or because you would think that a casual interaction, a baby being brought into the world after a casual interaction would be enough consequences, but it is not. When you start digging into people's finances and stuff like that, it's different. So if you want to be out here and you want to, be dropping it like it's hot on every single guy you meet, that's irresponsible as hell. That's like, how you get a parking ticket if you park somewhere you're not supposed to be parking? That's what needs to happen when you bring in women into this world. Babies into this world. And you're blaming men who are not the fathers of your children. I think you should pay for that. Toffee coffee. How do you feel about what your title says? Oh, Queenin', you wasn't around when I was talking about that. Because that was at the beginning. But I was just saying, how I was tired of a whole bunch of relationship gurus telling women that cheating is part of the ups and downs of a relationship, and that if you want to have a successful relationship or marriage, you got to fight for your situation. And it just, to me, I feel like a lot of men are promoting that women have to suffer in order to get the type of love that they want. And I would like to normalize, hey Ashley, I would like to normalize women being treated, with respect and love, and not be cheated on, and just get that love and respect because of how they're treating their man, not how much stuff she can put up with. Like, I'm starting to notice that a lot of women, they get the love that they want after they done put up with so much shit with a dude. That's bullshit to me. The money on YouTube is in the gossip. Big money in celebrity news and gossip. Well, what I notice is the people who are on the lower tier of YouTube, because it's levels to YouTube. So people who are on the lower tier of YouTube, like the street scum of YouTube, none of their stuff is really monetized. They don't have ad suitability. So what they thrive off of is the donations that people give, like in the live chats and cash apps. And then you have the real people that do the news and gossip that used to make a lot of money, but now it's kind of difficult to make money because YouTube is also starting to demonetize that stuff. I used to try to do true crime. They won't monetize true crime at all. So a lot of the big YouTube content creators who have 1 million or maybe 2 million subscribers, how they're generating income is pay collaborations and sponsorships. Right now, matter of fact, 5 months ago, before I left YouTube, I had put 12 sponsorships and paid collaborations on hold because I felt like I was not in a position to do the content required to help sell these products. So it wasn't until recently that I finally realized, just recently, that if I cut out all of the bullshit that I was dealing with, like the complaining about the low energy people and stuff like that, it would bring me more paid collaborations, more requests for that. So that's why I've died down on the profanity. When I do live streams like this one, a lot of the times, if it has a lot of stuff in it that's making it to where it can't be monetized, I make it unlisted. So I just changed who I was. I made myself more commercial. And that's what I was trying to do when I met my son's father. I wanted my channel to turn into a family channel. But because he did what he did, it kind of like messed up the plan. Do you think a relationship will be easy? Oh, of course not. Do you think being in a relationship won't be too hard? But do you think it will be major challenges? I think all things have challenges. Everything. A job, a new friendship. The problem is people run or think that you're supposed to have ups in situations. Like sometimes relationships have ups and downs, but everybody got a limitation. That's what I was saying about that. Everybody got a limitation. There's that one thing that somebody will do that make you not want to be with their ass. There's that one thing. You don't think anyone? No, I think plenty of people can be a real relationship guru. I gotta go pick up my daughter from work. That's what I was doing. I was sitting in the car. See, I was sitting in the car. I gotta go pick up my daughter from work. So, yeah, damn. I've been on here for 80 minutes. Y'all, listen, y'all got me doing these live streams longer than normal. Don't nobody want to be listening to a playback that's long as hell. I be seeing people live streams, they be 6 hours. I be like, I can't listen to this. It's too long. Y'all got me out here doing damn long ass live streams. Have you heard of Facebook ad program? Yeah, Facebook. Once you get like 10,000 likes on your fan page, you can get advertising dollars. on Facebook. So yeah, I heard about that. To me, Facebook has too many privacy issues. You know what I mean? I think it's sorry, I started driving. if y'all hear that. Facebook has too many privacy concerns. People were digging too much in my private life and they were using my Facebook. So that's another reason why I've been trying to just pull away from social media in general, because people be all up in my business and shit. Like, here's my thing. You guys know I told my little 20%. I keep telling y'all I tell my little 20%, but people try to go the extra mile. They'll be trying to dox you, put up your damn court records, trying to see if you got a criminal record. Don't let you get married. They out here looking for your marriage certificate. Do a little shit like that, wondering where you live at and all this stuff. People was just too extra, so I was like, I gotta pull back. That's another reason why OnlyFans is good for me, because people can't lurk unless they pay to lurk. You know, you gonna pay me to lurk. You feel me? You gonna pay me to be a hater out here hating. Why am I blocked? I don't know. Are you blocked? Because I mean, Tanika, you saying why are you blocked? Because you mentioned Nyla. I only asked the question. What was your question? I didn't see it. My moderator blocked. Well, if my moderator blocked you, you wouldn't be able to say what you're saying right now, dear. Apparently, they didn't block you. But let me listen. I don't like messy shit. I don't like messy shit, Tanika. So, if you coming in here and you trying to be messy and shit, I don't fuck with that. But if you want to ask me a question about Nyla, it better make some damn sense. It better be a solution-based question. If you coming in here to ask me some questions to make the beef between us like worse or something like that, you know, or you know, because Nyla supposedly has a problem with me. I don't have a problem with her. She supposedly had like this issue with me. I just think she gossiped too much. That's my only thing with Nyla. So you better ask me some shit that that's worth it. Why would these people do that? Why be that? I mean, people just like that. People just messy. That's like asking some people why they commit crimes or why they lie or why they cheat or why they... People be having their dumbass reasons, and it may not make sense to you, but it damn sure makes sense to them. It be that. And you be looking like, what? Because see, I don't get what you gain out of trying to hurt or humiliate someone. But a lot of people take joy in being cruel. I don't think it's funny to be cruel to people. I don't think it's funny to be hurtful to people. A lot of people think that. They think it's you know, like cute and shit. And they do it to get adoration. Nobody got time. I could get adoration and attention by doing something more positive. I don't have to like drag somebody. You know. Mark, did you block Tanika? You said on YouTube? What you saying? Hold on. On YouTube. Hold on. I gotta get on the highway. I can't look down it. Hold on, get on the highway. Getting on the highway. Wait. I'll read that in a minute. Hold on, wait. I got it. Okay, so what? I just asked why she's so concerned with you. I don't know. I don't know why she even cares. I think I don't know. To me, she's just weird. She's a weird person to me. Some people are just weird to me. Some people, the way they handle themselves is strange to me. The way she handled herself, weird to me. You know, I think I've always given her props. Like, I got a whole nother channel called The God Queen Live. On there, I've given her props before about being a good content creator and how she could make it so far if she stopped fucking gossiping. If she stopped being about that drama, she would make it so much further. But she just be about that drama, man, talking too much. And never admit to the fucked up shit she do. And it was her that was part of the reason why the rumor that I committed suicide spread, because she was the first person to put it onto her YouTube channel. But did I disrespect her for saying that? No, I flat out was like, listen, that's what she did. But she got mad because I said that's what she did. She didn't woman up to it and just be like, okay. But one thing I'm not going to keep doing is sitting here trying to have some type of weird beef with some women online. I'm not for that. Like, I'm here for some unity. We look stupid as hell arguing back and forth with each other on this platform when we got all these black men dragging us all over the damn world. So when people get on YouTube and they see me talking, the last thing they're going to see me doing is sitting here arguing with some girl on the other side of the internet. I don't even know Nala personally to have any emotions tied to her that are negative. So, I mean, fuck all the other nonsense. I got too much going on, like, to be worried about. I don't know. I wouldn't be concerned about me if I was her. I'd be the last person she'd be thinking about. So I don't know what's going on with her. Let me see. Yeah, I'm sure. I that's why I ain't in the chat. I'm like, let me drive a little bit, and then I come back in the chat in a minute. Hold on, wait a minute. Is that my daughter right there? I think that's her. I think people do it for the shock factor. Yep, they do it for the shock factor. Dom about to get in the car, so yeah, I'm about to get out of here. Thank y'all for listening to me. Make sure you sign up for membership. Have vision and stay focused. Namaste. Hey, boo. Look, I ain't like to do it.
Why didn't you run me over? I didn't get ran over.
What you mean, run you over with my car?
Yes.
Where you go?
Workers' comp, bro.